What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Break. Thanks for stopping by my channel. This week, I'm going to have a lot of back-to-back videos because I have a crazy number of shoes coming in this week. And as part of that, today here I have the Air Force One Low in the Rayguns colorway. Now, I really wanted to see this pair in hand when I first saw the rumored pictures online. And, I was able to cop this pair easily off of Nike sneakers in my hometown because these are basically sitting everywhere at the moment. Now, to keep the long story short, the Rayguns theme is basically a fabricated story by Nike about a fictional basketball team called the Roswell Rayguns, and this was based off of the Roswell UFO incident. And the Rayguns theme has been used on a variety of Nike products throughout the years. Including the SB Dunks that released back in 2019. And this year, Nike decided to apply this theme to a variety of models, such as the Kyries, the Air Raids, and the Air Force Ones that we have here. So let's just dive right into the shoe. Now, before I begin, I just want to mention that the quality and the QC on this pair is phenomenal. I mean, it's not something like really, really good, but just based on Nike standards, I think they did a really, really good job of just putting this model together, and I was quite surprised when I first pulled these out of the box. So this shoe has predominantly just this crisp white leather on the eyelets, as well as the mid panel and the toe area. So there's nothing too special about that, but the leather quality here is pretty good. I mean, I've seen some premium Air Force One models with far better leather quality, but I'm not complaining because, this leather is quite smooth and plush to the touch, and I think it's slightly better than, the regular Air Force Ones that we see on a daily basis. But then again, this is not a quick strike or a premium model, so I mean, I can, it's understandable that they use this just okay quality leather on this pair. Moving towards the back side of the shoe, you can see this kind of this bright orange fabric added on to the back of the shoe, and this orange is the typical color that is part of the Rayguns colorway. And as you can see on the back tab here, you can also see this bright yellowish gold color, which is also a recurring color scheme that we see in a lot of Rayguns models. And what I want to mention is that this fabric is really, really smooth to the touch, and it's quite shiny. And I've checked out the stitching and all these these areas, and I think just Nike really paid a lot of attention to detail in putting these pairs together. Another very noticeable detail is that we have this kind of a black Nike swoosh created by using this black fabric here, and then this Nike swoosh is accented by once again this yellowish gold fabric that is stitched onto the outline of the black swoosh here. And so it's a really cool way to accent the swoosh as well as stay true to the Rayguns theme, because once again, black, orange, and yellow are the key colors that are used in a lot of the Rayguns models. Now, moving to the midsole, you can see this really crisp white rubber midsole that is typical of any Air Force One models. And once again, the stitching is clearly on point, and they did a really good job of doing that. Moving to the toe area, the toe box is also constructed of this very smooth and plush white leather here. And then you can see all the perforated holes. And then another cool detail about this shoe is that right between the toe area and the top area of the shoe, you can see this this bright orange small Nike swoosh embroidered onto the leather here. And I think that's a really cool touch. It almost reminds me of one of those like jewel swooshes. Obviously, this is just created by using embroidery, but the quality on this is also on point. I mean, I think it's a really, really subtle yet eye-catching touch, in my opinion. And then moving a little further up, you can see the black flat factory laces on the shoe. There's nothing too special about that, but I think it gives a lot of pop to the sneaker because it obviously contrasts well with the really crisp white leather used in most of part of the shoe. And then one thing I've noticed is that the behind the laces you can see this kind of mesh tongue with these perforated holes, and I don't know, I might be wrong, but I don't think that's typical of a lot of Air Force One models. I mean, if you know anything about these, please let me know down in the comments. But yeah, this is something that I've never seen on an Air Force One model, but I might be wrong. And then moving further up to the tongue, you see more of that white mesh tongue here, and then on the tongue itself you see this bright orange tongue tab stitched onto the tongue, and then you can see the Nike Air Force One text done in black. And then the Nike also did a very subtle yet eye-catching detail here with the yellow stitching that gives a kind of like a jagged look to the tongue tab. Moving towards the back of the shoe, once again you see this green and gold patch stitched onto the back of the shoe. And what this is that is the face of the Rayguns alien. And then it kind of resembles a basketball, I guess. So that's a really cool touch, and I think this is one of the key details that remind people that this is actually, you know, a Rayguns colorway here. And then on the back tab of the shoe, once again, you see this Nike Air logo embroidered in black. And once again, the QC on this pair is quite good. I mean, you can just tell that. I mean, once again, this is not a premium model, nor is it like a collab or a quick strike, but it's so nice that Nike went the extra step, the extra mile to you know, really take good care of the QC on this pair, and it really delights me as a consumer. And I mean, kudos to Nike for really paying attention to the QC here. And then here inside the shoe you see this really pitch black sock liner, which is also smooth and very well padded. And then a very cool detail here is that the insole is predominantly black, but you see the Rayguns logo printed onto the black insole, and I think that's a really cool detail that only the wearer could know. Now the other side of the shoe is basically the same deal, but what I want to point out is that the QC, once again, I mean, I don't know, I'm really stressing on the QC. It's just that it's so surprising to see that like a GR pair like this would have such great QC, and it's so nicely put together. I don't know, I might have been lucky with this pair, but what I've been reading online is that a lot of people were quite delighted with the QC on this pair. So yeah, if you're thinking about copying a pair, it really should not be a problem. And yeah, moving down to the outsole of the shoe. Now the outsole is nothing too special. It's just this simple, really dark black outsole that is typical of, you know, just Air Force One models, but it really gives a nice contrast once again against this predominantly white shoe, and also staying true to the color scheme of the Rayguns theme. Now, what this reminds me of is the Nike SB Dunk Rayguns in the white colorway that released in 2019. I think that pair was a lot more limited, but that it kind of reminds me of this of that shoe. Obviously, that shoe had a lot of like tie-dye details, referring back to Sandy Bodecker's hoodie that had a tie-dye pattern. But I mean, putting that aside, I think this has a really fresh colorway that reminds me of that pair. And I think Nike did a really good job of pulling that off. Obviously, they could have created a black shoe and apply the Rayguns theme, but I mean, nobody wears black Air Force Ones, so I think they made a wise decision of going with white in general. One thing that I did want to point out is that these do not come with extra laces, and on the right shoe you see that black insole once again, but on the right shoe you see the Nike Air logo done in yellow. So I think so having the Rayguns text on the left shoe is a really cool touch, I guess. So yeah, and after copying this pair, I was able to just kind of like slide these on just to feel like the fit and kind of the sizing of the shoe. And obviously this just fits just like any other Air Force One low model. And the Air Force One is one of the very shoes that I would recommend going either true to size or half a size down, because these do run quite big, and I think that's a general trend that I see from a lot of reviews online. So if you don't have wide feet, or like if you have really narrow feet, you might want to consider going half a size down, because you will get some like heel slip, even because of the smooth and kind of slippery sock liner. But having said that, I think going true to size for most people would not be a problem, and going half a size up would definitely be not a good idea in my opinion. So for anybody who's considering copying these, go true to size or half a size down, or just stay with the typical sizing that you wear for the Air Force One models. Now, wearability wise, I think this is an easy colorway to pull off. I know that you have some like crazy colors going around in the back area, but it's very nicely balanced off with the predominantly white front area of the shoe. So I think this is really a summer shoe, and I think you would be able to easily pull this off with, say, like, shorts, or maybe in the fall time you could just wear these with like gray sweatpants. I think it would give a nice pop to your outfit. So wearability wise, this should not be a problem at all. Pricing wise, these I think these are basically it's the same price as the Air Force One low models. And what I've noticed is that the resale price on these is not crazy at all. It's just basically like 10 or 20 bucks on top of the retail price. So people who really want to cop this pair would not have a problem copying these online. And I don't know, these might sell out on the Nike sneakers app in the US, but they're just basically going for like no premium, so like you'll be able to find these easily even for resale. I think my recommendation is that this is a really nice pair. It's a really fresh colorway. The price is really nice, and you can also get the addition of the Rayguns theme and that kind of like the fun story behind the model. So overall, I think this is a really nice pair released from Nike. Yeah. So that's basically it for today, and I'm so excited to put this review out for you guys, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Rayguns fans. So I hope you found this review informative and helpful. And if you found this video exciting or interesting, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. And I'll keep pushing more content really soon. Really soon. Thanks for watching.